Hello and welcome back to English Logic Studio. I'm Emily Grace, and today we'll learn about 15 common English idioms used by native speakers. Learning idioms is key for better English, as they make your speech sound more natural and authentic. Before we begin, let me explain what an idiom is. An idiom is a phrase or expression whose meaning can't be understood just from the words themselves. For example, when we say someone is under the weather, we don't mean they're literally beneath rainy clouds. We mean they're feeling sick. Idioms have special meanings that differ from the literal meanings of the words used. Have you ever been confused when hearing someone say they're feeling under the weather, or that something costs an arm and a leg? This lesson will help you understand these expressions. Before we get started, please subscribe to our channel for more English learning content. Now, let's go through these 15 useful idioms one by one. Idiom number 1 is break the ice. This means to say or do something that makes people feel more comfortable in a social situation, especially when meeting for the first time. For example, the host told a funny joke to break the ice at the party. We often use this when situations feel awkward or when people don't know each other. Think about ice. It's cold and creates a barrier. When we break it, we remove that barrier between people. Next time you're in a new group, try to break the ice with a friendly question or a light-hearted comment about something everyone can relate to. Idiom number 2 is piece of cake. When something is a piece of cake, it means it's very easy to do. For instance, the exam was a piece of cake. I finished it in half the time. Think about how easy and enjoyable it is to eat a piece of cake. That's the feeling this idiom conveys about a task or activity. Just be careful not to use this idiom when someone is struggling with something difficult. It might sound insensitive. Instead, use it to describe your own experiences or to encourage someone that a task won't be difficult. Our third idiom is cost an arm and a leg. Have you ever seen something you really wanted, but the price was just way too high? That's when we use this expression. It means something is extremely expensive. For example, the new smartphone costs an arm and a leg, so I'll wait until the price drops. This vivid idiom suggests that something is so expensive that you would have to give up body parts to afford it. Of course, we don't mean this literally, but it effectively communicates that something is so pricey that buying it would involve a significant sacrifice. You'll hear this often when people are talking about luxury items, houses, or unexpected expenses. Our fourth idiom is hit the books. You know that feeling when you've got a big test coming up and you need to study like crazy? That's exactly when English speakers use this expression. It means studying hard. For instance, I can't go out tonight. I have to hit the books for my final exam tomorrow. The image here is of someone physically hitting or attacking their books, showing the intensity of serious studying. This idiom is especially popular among students. If you want to say that you need to study, saying, I need to hit the books sounds much more natural and expressive than simply saying, I need to study. Our fifth idiom is under the weather. Ever had one of those days when you're not feeling great, but you're not totally sick either? This is the perfect expression for that situation. It means feeling sick or unwell. For example, Sarah isn't coming to work today. She's feeling under the weather. This is a polite and somewhat gentle way to say someone isn't feeling well. It's less direct than saying, I'm sick, and can be used for minor illnesses or just generally not feeling your best. The origin might relate to sailors who would go below deck when they felt sick due to stormy weather. They were literally under the weather. Our sixth idiom is pull yourself together. We all have moments when we feel overwhelmed or emotional, right? That's when this expression comes in handy. It means to calm down and regain control of your emotions, especially after being upset. For example, I know the presentation is important, but you need to pull yourself together before meeting the clients. This idiom creates the image of someone gathering scattered parts of themselves back into a composed whole. It's often used when someone is visibly stressed, anxious, or emotional. While it can be helpful advice, Be careful with your tone when using this phrase. It could come across as dismissive if you don't show empathy at the same time. Our seventh idiom is beat around the bush. Don't you just hate it when someone takes forever to get to the point? That's exactly what this expression describes. It happens when someone avoids talking directly about a difficult or embarrassing subject. For instance, stop beating around the bush and tell me what happened to my car. The imagery comes from hunting, where people would beat the area around a bush to scare animals out, rather than addressing the bush directly. In conversation, it's the verbal equivalent of circling a topic without getting to the point. Native speakers value directness in many situations, so this idiom often carries a slightly negative connotation. Our eighth idiom is on cloud nine. Have you ever felt so happy you could float? That wonderful feeling is exactly what this expression describes. It's how we describe being extremely happy or delighted. For example, ever since she got the promotion, she's been on cloud nine. This idiom gives us the image of someone floating high up in the sky on a cloud, far above any problems or concerns. It's a wonderful way to express intense happiness or contentment. While the exact origin is debated, it's believed to come from a weather classification system where cloud nine was the highest type of cloud, representing the height of happiness. Our ninth idiom is let the cat out of the bags. Oops, have you ever accidentally revealed a secret you were supposed to keep? That's exactly what this colorful expression describes. It means to reveal a secret accidentally. For instance, I was planning a surprise party for Lisa, but John let the cat out of the bag by mentioning it in front of her. Think about how hard it would be to keep a cat in a bag. Once it's out, you can't easily put it back in. Similarly, once a secret is revealed, it can't be made secret again. This idiom is especially useful when talking about surprises that were spoiled or information that wasn't supposed to be shared yet. Our 10th idiom is, the ball is in your court. Imagine we're playing tennis, and I've just hit the ball to your side of the court. Now it's your turn to make a move, right? That's exactly what this expression means. It's used when it's your turn to take action or make a decision. For example, I've sent you my proposal for the project. The ball is in your court now. This idiom comes from tennis or similar sports, where play continues when the ball is hit to the other person's side of the court. In conversation, it politely indicates that you've done your part and now you're waiting for the other person to respond or act. It's a handy phrase for business communications or any situation involving back and forth responsibilities. Our 11th idiom is burn bridges. Let me ask you this. Have you ever ended a relationship so badly that there's no way to fix it? That's what we call burning bridges. This powerful idiom describes when you damage a relationship so badly that it cannot be repaired. For example, don't burn bridges when you leave this job. You might need a reference from them in the future. The image is quite clear. If you burn a bridge, you can no longer use it to cross back over. In relationships, it means doing or saying something that makes it impossible to maintain or restore the connection. This idiom is often used as advice not to burn bridges, emphasizing the importance of maintaining good relationships even when moving on. Our 12th idiom is kill two birds with one stone. This means to accomplish two things with a single action. For instance, I'll drop off the package at the post office on my way to the gym, killing two birds with one stone. While the literal image is rather violent, the idiom itself is simply about efficiency and solving multiple problems with one solution. It's extremely common in everyday conversation and business contexts. Next time you find a way to be efficient by combining tasks, you can use this idiom to express that cleverness. Our 13th idiom is cut corners. When someone cuts corners, they do something in the easiest or cheapest way, often reducing quality as a result. For example, the contractor cut corners by using cheap materials, and now we're having problems with the roof. The image comes from literally cutting across a corner to create a shorter path rather than following the full intended route. In most contexts, This idiom has a negative connotation, suggesting that someone is being lazy or dishonest by skipping important steps. However, it can occasionally be neutral when simply referring to finding efficient shortcuts. Our 14th idiom is see eye to eye. When people see eye to eyes, they agree with each other. For instance, my brother and I don't always see eye to eye on political issues, but we respect each other's opinions. This idiom creates the image of two people at the same height, looking directly into each other's eyes, symbolizing alignment and agreement. You can use this in both its positive form, we see eye to eye, or negative form, we don't see eye to eye. It's particularly useful when discussing different viewpoints in a respectful way. Our final idiom is bite off more than you can chew, which means to take on more responsibility than you can manage. For example, by agreeing to organize the conference while also finishing her thesis, Sarah has definitely bitten off more than she can chew. The image is simple. Imagine trying to take a bite of food that's too big for your mouth. In daily life, this idiom serves as both a warning and a description of overcommitment. If you're feeling overwhelmed with too many tasks, you might say to a friend, "I think I've bitten off more than I can chew with all these projects." That covers our 15 common English idioms. I hope you found this lesson helpful. The best way to remember these expressions is to start using them in your own conversations. Remember, using idioms naturally will make your English sound more fluent and native-like. Subscribe to English Logic Studio for weekly lessons on natural English expressions.